Hi, and welcome to another episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty, and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the unceded land where this conversation takes place, and I pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I first spoke to Esca Khoo a few years ago when he was head chef at Miss Me in the Mervynpik Hotel, and he was also thinking out loud about where food might take him next. Since then, he's travelled, cooked and learned his way across Southeast Asia. What stayed constant is his generosity and the size of his heart, something that shows up as much in the way he runs a kitchen as in the food he cooks. Now he's back in Melbourne, leading the kitchen at Tyga on Koornang Road in Carnegie. I came to the opening and I could not wait to go back, largely because I couldn't stop thinking about the wood-fired bone marrow with crabs, sambal and roti. This conversation picks up where the last one left off, and I loved it every bit as much as I loved the first. Hi Esca, it's so great to talk to you again.
Hi Jo. Yeah, it's so good to talk to you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I actually just listened to our conversation again this morning, and I reckon it's one of the best conversations I've ever had with a chef. You were so open and honest and real and inspiring, and I'm not saying that just to be sycophantic. It was such a great chat, so it's really nice to see you again.
Oh, that was great questions from you, and yeah, thanks to you.
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
So when I spoke to you in 2022, you were the head chef at Miss Me in Mervynpik.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
And not long after that, you left and went travelling, and you've been all over Southeast Asia. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just to kind of, although the position was ahead, I was just there to kind of, be the culinary advisor and set up what I dream of cooking.
Yeah.
And to further develop that, I left, obviously, with what we had agreed in the contract, and to leave to go to Southeast Asia and to really experience it. And that was a great time with COVID just opening up. I couldn't leave Melbourne because of the restrictions, but once all restrictions were off, I was off to doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that was to explore and discover Asia properly.
Yeah. So how did you do that? Was it pop-ups? Was it collaborations? Was it jobs? What?
Yeah, I think it all leads one to another. I've already had a lot of experience with collaborating and popping up with small venues such as cafes, doing my own thing. And prior to leaving Melbourne, I did a 6-month pop-up with some of the great restaurants in Melbourne, Hardware Club, Moon House, just to name a few. They are amazing restaurants and even amazing people behind it. And for me, it just kicked off the start of even a bigger dream to explore Asia, and now I get to explore the world.
Wow, what does that mean?
That means I get to cook what I cook and to learn from people around the world, and to have difficult or interesting circumstances in a kitchen compared to an Australian kitchen, which is what I've always been used to, working since I was 14 in Australia, and of course a little bit of time in Malaysia in the little cafeterias and kopitiam, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
And here I am, very happy to be here to share with you my experiences.
Yeah. So you've been away for 2 years.
I'd say
3?
Nearly 4 now.
Oh, nearly 4.
Yeah, nearly 4 since I've been back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So it's really good to be back here.
Yeah. Why did it feel like the right time to come back?
Well, I think, COVID has passed, and I think it's a bit interesting to come back, especially to a suburb. But also to share with what I've learned over the years in different kitchens, with different restaurateurs, business owners, and to, again, make Melbourne exciting again with food. I think my take on food has always been different. And really excited to just share everything again.
Yeah, so I came into the launch of Tyga, and I thought the food and the atmosphere was so incredible. Number one, that playlist that was just playing that we've now turned off.
Yeah.
It's my vintage.
Oh, wow.
It's like 90s.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
But but I've just eaten because I couldn't stop thinking about it, is the wood-fired bone marrow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that dish is so delicious. I actually have not stopped thinking about it. I keep thinking, when can I get across to Koornang Road and have that again? Because it was so delicious. So tell me about that dish. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
What makes it so great?
Originally, the idea was to try to create a roti canai, so originating from India, obviously. But very, very popular in Malaysia, to just change the flour, maybe using buckwheat or rye, or even just pure coconut flour. But unfortunately, the hydration needed to run those types of grain are pretty difficult and very, very interesting to work with. It requires a very, very high skill and a certain speed and timing with doing the roti canai. So I said, how about I just take an original recipe from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and edit it in a way where it's Melbourne. And of course, we have flatbread and puff bread, very, very popular here. So I thought to add additional ingredients such as coconut milk, coconut water, coconut nectar, and create something that is Melbourne. But at the same time, when you close your eyes, it tastes like Malaysia. And of course, in Malaysia, you have to eat with dal, sambal curries with roti. And I thought, let's give them a bone marrow because it's such a Melbourne thing. And to top it off with a crab sambal. I think it's been great to have Malaysians eat it and be able to accept it and gave great reviews about it.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that a little bit before about, that we've got to go beyond fusion because you're really, in your Instagram handle says it all, that future-proof. And we talked about the future of food and that it was really about appreciating the flavours of one country and using those in recipes from another, and that's okay, and it actually is the future.
That's right.
And has your thinking evolved? Has that continued to evolve along that future food pathway?
Yeah. I mean, future proof is just a little play on food and future proof. It has nothing to do with kind of what I perceive it to be or what other people think it should be, but I think, even more so now, the merge of ideas is as open as it can ever be. I think we've had a few chats with different chefs and to kind of look at what is authentic cuisine, and what's not. Could this be the new authentic cuisine now, coming up to 2025, where we take culture merging with flavors and ingredients and all sorts, and making it as natural as it can be. I'm really excited about that. So, yeah.
Can you tell me, talk me through some more of the things we ate so well? And it was a time. I'm just looking at the table. The table was really tiny, but I felt like we had lots of food on the table. Because you had that really amazing wood-fired chicken as well, and that was just the caramelization on that was insane.
Yeah.
How do you achieve that without telling us your secrets?
Yeah, it's in all my kitchens around the world, I always run with a mother sauce. My mother sauces of Asian cuisine. And all of this are kind of learned through working with great chefs or learning through kitchens in the streets, recipes from tours, and et cetera. And I've applied it to here. Obviously, having a bit of a Western European background training, I learned that mother sauces are crucial to French cuisine, Spanish, et cetera. So I thought to create my own mother sauces. Everything's made from scratch, and to apply it to my cooking. And in this case, the chicken is slow cooked and then grilled at a really, really high heat with a few of my mother's secret sauces. And also to mention, I do have my mother's sauce in the mother sauces.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah. So growing up, my mom always cooked really, really amazing food, but I've never really measured it or really asked her. You kind of don't question things when your mom cooks. And I thought one day, wow, this hits the spot. I'm going to try and record what she does. Because to be honest with you, she doesn't even know how many grams she puts into a dish or the mixes she does, but she knows that the taste is right. So from then on, I just thought to learn from her via recording, just like as all the top chefs would do.
Yeah. Okay. That was delicious. And what else did we have?
Oh yeah, so the chicken has nam prik pao.
Yes.
With basically we're using capsicums. We char the capsicums really hard, and then we turn into a nam prik pao. So nam means water, prik means chili, pao means burst. We apply that same thing as a Thai would, but with local capsicums. Beautiful.
Nice, yeah. So, what is the thread throughout the menu? Like, how did you come up with the menu? Is there a philosophy behind it? Is the thread cooking over fire? Like, what's your?
I don't know. I think the concept behind this neo Asian has always been me. I've always wanted to do Asian through a different lens, and through a lens that's had discovery and exploration into what really is Asian cuisine and what it can be, with understanding the foundations. And throughout the past 10 to 12 years, I really took time to read history, cuisine and culture, and etc. for Asian cuisine. My love has always been there. It all goes back to when kind of like looking at Asian cuisine, how you can never be taught with Asian cuisine, but coming to Australia with such an open arm from Australia, you welcome so many immigrants from all over Asia. And I think if you didn't know the story, it's one night after service, me and my crew just went out to Supper Inn, and I sat down and I looked all around me. It was all just like people from all over Asia. Yeah. And here I am in Australia. I think if I was in Malaysia and never migrated to Australia, I think I would have never been exposed to so many cultures and cuisines or understanding of that with Asian people. And sitting there at Supper Inn, I was just amazed that there was people from Singapore, Indonesia, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, etc. It's just so amazing. And I was like, wow, I get to learn so much from them. But why is it so difficult to learn Asian cuisine? Why is there no school teaching you Asian cuisine? So you can only learn it from being there, and also growing up in a family coming from that particular cuisine or that country, right? And I've always been inspired by Asia, and I guess the cuisine here is me in a way. It's inspired by Asia, inspired by culture, people, places, colors, cuisine, history, and this all stemmed from having the icons such as Rene Redzepi from Noma, all about using local produce and exploring ingredients and to look at things in a natural way. And then of course another icon, Heston Blumenthal, with history and recreating recipes from the past to what it is now. And chefs like Andre Chang in Singapore, where he looks at things in an art form, and he breaks down things in terroir, in sal, in memories, and merging it with Chef David Chang, how he looks at food. Yeah. I'd say if you can put into words how I morphed into this person, it would be thanks to these four chefs: Chef Rene Redzepi from Noma, Chef Heston Blumenthal from The Fat Duck and Dinner by Heston, Chef Andre Chang from Restaurant Andre, and then of course the elite David Chang from Momofuku. Yeah. These are like one of my the only four favorite chefs I've ever really looked up to.
And it sounds as though you do quite a deep dive into things, and you obviously like to read up on it and do all your research. How are you holding that knowledge? So I remember looking back through some of your stories, and there were so many images. So you're obviously very image-based. Yeah. But do you also take notes, or how are you distilling the things that you're learning from those four icons and from what you're eating and drinking and seeing? Yeah. How are you holding on to those ideas and making them your own?
Well, I've kind of, first of all, I jump into the country itself. I look at the dishes from north to south, and I really truly taste it first. I guess first and foremost, you got to be in the country and you taste it, and then you can start to filter out and distill it in your own words in how they do it. But really, to be there to experience it is the first and foremost fundamental thing you have to do. And then the second thing is to kind of pair it with reading these iconic chefs' books, but also to experience in their own kitchen how they do things and how they develop things, and just merging all four components of those chefs with kind of the foundations of the cuisine in the country. And I guess put into words, it's just a lot of imaginations and merging things and giving it a go.
So, but are you just absorbing it then? Do you not write it down, or do you?
I do.
You do.
I do write it down. I write it down when every single moment I get.
Yeah.
Every experience I have, I write it down in my own words, and I develop it, and again and again and again, and it becomes into my DNA. But these days, I don't really have to write down anymore. It's kind of like absorbed into my blood.
And you know what you want to know, so then
That's right.
When it's presented, you just take it on.
Yeah, it's the same when I dropped out of school. I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want to learn what I need to learn in school. What I wanted to learn was to become really good at cooking. And going back to, I think, our conversations where I said before, like cooking taught me everything in life.
Yeah. I also liked how you likened it to playing soccer and being in a team.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
and since then, have you watched Ted Lasso? Because I spoke to you about Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't
you would
yet.
really like it.
I think I will. I'm just going through so much,
I was
but
like,
I will
oh my
now.
God, I just went on I listened to it this morning and I just thought, I really went on such a tangent with the Ted Lasso thing,
Yeah.
but
I will.
I totally forgot about it.
I totally forgot about it, but I will listen to Ted Lasso, and thanks for the recommendation.
No, it's because you talk about belief and integrity, and you seem to me a person that really, and kindness, and those things are really important to you. And we also talked a lot about toxicity in restaurants.
Yeah.
Since I've seen you in your experiences, any improvements?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's even improved even more. I look at the kitchen as a sports, and if it's similar to football or soccer, which part of the role you call it, it's every part, every player in the team is very, very important, especially when it's performance time. And I blend in kindness, happiness, comedy, seriousness, and push and drive all in one space. In this kitchen, we kind of look at them like athletes, professional athletes in the cooking world, and we only want them to be better, to grow, to improve, and to leave this kitchen a better person and a better player, if you can say that.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be honest, transparent, and as best as you can do. And I really believe in that. And I've applied this to everywhere around the world, from London to Russia to India to Japan, Hong Kong and more. And I continue to do so. As long as you get the results, you're fine. My chefs come in as they please, and they leave as they please.
Wow.
But as long as they get the results done, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
And as long as you become a better player or a better chef, I can't say anything. And I'll be even more proud that you've really excelled and grown so much in what you do. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna die one day. I'm not gonna hold any recipes down. I'm not gonna hold anything down. So what I want is everyone to just have fun and just to enjoy the moment and just to be better at what you do. If this is what you really want to do, then fantastic. Then I'm happy for you. But if this is not what you want to do, then I would like you to do something that you really, really want to do, but be great at it.
Yeah.
And it's a kitchen full of joy, and immigrant kitchen only. Also for Asians only.
I was going to ask you about that because that was a big thing for you when I spoke to you last, because you really wanted to champion immigrants, and having had that experience yourself, which was very challenging with visa concerns and all of that.
English test, IELTS. I think I felt like 9 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did IELTS.
So it's possible to have. How do you? Because you can't advertise for immigrants only, can you?
No, you can't.
But in your screening of them, that's who you take on. Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've had a lot of incredible CVs come through to apply for the job, but they unfortunately they don't match with what I want to do, and I wanted to give hope and progression to chefs from Southeast Asia and East Asia and South Asia, a chance to develop and grow in a place where they feel belong. And I know that if I had that opportunity back then, that would have been great. But unfortunately I didn't. So here I am. I've learned, and I'm giving them an opportunity. A lot of these chefs, they come from decent kitchens, and some even better, but they fit into the culture and the way of cooking and style I like them to be in. And I'm pretty happy with the kitchen right now. We have chefs from Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Thailand.
Wow.
Fantastic.
You are so great. And you're like, are you the
Thanks, Jo.
best person in the world? I feel like that is so thoughtful. And I remember, and I looked at us talking about how you wanted to be a role model and so on. And now you've used, I mean, really, you could have come back and been all swaggery and, you know, you're this great chef and so on, but that's not who you are. You've used what you've learned for this beautiful thing. That's amazing. And I saw
Thank
how
you, Jo.
emotional you were with the firecrackers and the lion.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought you really care about things, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think I care about a lot of things that I think anyone in the world would, if they were to put 8 days a week into something and to really believe in something, and you know, we're all human in the end of the day, and emotions kick in, and it was a beautiful thing to finally see it open.
Yeah.
Through all the tough times in opening up a restaurant, and just the amount of work that goes into opening one place is really not easy. And I hope they can feel it, and I'm sure you felt it, and I really appreciate that you felt the energy coming.
And you said suburban, and it is a suburban restaurant, but this is an amazing strip for food.
My first time here.
Oh, it's excellent. But it doesn't feel suburban here. Like you've really created something. It's very special. I love that there's a built-in DJ thing as well. Like, it's got everything.
Friday and Saturday
going on
nights.
here. Like very cool. But your food is next level, and I love that you've got that team and such a harmonious team. That's really excellent.
They are pretty special people. Everyone that walks through the store are really extraordinary people. From the owner that decided to create something for Carnegie, to believe in Carnegie, to want to open something like this rather than in the city. It's extraordinary to take the risk and gamble to open something like this. And you know, as we all know, in Australia, it's not cheap to open a place, and it's difficult to keep it running. And luckily, we had the support from these extraordinary people that walk through the door, such as our people that help us day in day out to run this place, and of course the beautiful people of Carnegie and around it to have their support.
Great community.
Amazing, unbelievable, and they're also lovely, genuine people coming through the door, just wanting to have a good time, and they're so happy that this now exists rather than in the city. So they don't have to go to the city now to find a parking, to hopefully get a reservation, and then to pay for the city prices. It is pretty expensive now, I'd say, in the city. So for them to have something in the neighborhood, I think great for everyone. Yeah.
So just talk me through, because we've only talked about 2 dishes, and we need to talk about people like to hear about food. So if someone comes in, obviously they have to have the bone marrow, that's amazing, and the chicken. But what's the ideal way of someone working through the menu? Because we had things brought to us, so I don't know. As a novice to Tyga, what would be your recommendation?
I think it's to really look at the combination of countries in the cuisine. So right now we are doing Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand.
Okay.
So I think to really work from the small plates in having a dish from Malaysia, a dish from the islands, a dish from Thailand, Vietnam, and same applies to the large and the sides and then the dessert. It's a lot of dishes, to be fair. It's 35 dishes. I think originally we were selling for 22 dishes, like a normal neighborhood.
35's huge.
35 is huge, but we couldn't take anything off. Tommy couldn't decide what to take off or switch up. So I thought we'll take the challenge. We'll put 35 on, and then we'll run it smoothly. And then from there on, we'll see what the crowd likes, what they don't like, and then hopefully edit it. But I think that's probably the best way. Maybe 2 dishes from the small, 2 dishes from the large, 2 from the sides, and then maybe 1 dessert. And then it keeps them coming back again and again and again, and this is what we want.
That's true, yeah.
And this place is inspired by the hottest and trendiest restaurants in KL, Malaysia, Saigon, Vietnam, Bangkok, Thailand.
Yeah.
And in the future, we'll probably bring in more, as I would do, as I would love. Indonesia, Cambodia, Philippines, maybe East Asia, perhaps.
Yeah.
And to develop this concept, this idea into something more that it's and this cuisine, this type of style is fun, elevated, it's cool, it's chic, it's trendy, and this is what we want, I guess, to give them a slice of the cool in Asia.
Yeah, well, it's very cool, and I love it. And I've told everyone about it because it's so
thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
So kind of you.
And just to maybe finish off, with all that you've experienced in the last few years, and now that you're here and you've got your ideal kitchen and you're able to do what you want to do, what would you tell your 22-year-old self? Is that how old were you when I spoke to you? What would you tell your younger self?
18.
Yeah.
I think if I were to meet the younger self in me, I think I would tell him to never doubt yourself, to continue to love what you do, and to never let difficult times halt you and to stop you from what you really, really wanted to get in terms of your objective, etc. But really, it's not the destination, and it's all about the journey. And I think a lot of the times I think of a destination, but the journey really surprises me a lot, and being able to travel the world to do what I do is part of the journey, which I never had that destination or that goal to do, and it's led me to this journey, and to really, really enjoy every moment, and the journey is what I would say to the younger self. Whereas I think when I was really young, I was just so determined to get to the destination, or just the goal. But throughout this time, I've grown a lot as a human, as a professional, and I really, really enjoyed it. So that's probably what I would say to my younger self.
Great, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Esca Khoo at Tyga in Carnegie. You can check out all the goodness on Instagram at Tyga Melbourne. That's Tyga Melbourne. Or better still, get along to Koornang Road and experience it for yourself, especially the bone marrow. Absolutely have the bone marrow. If you'd like to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm also on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read this chat online if you wish at www.conversationwithachef.com. And of course, you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts. I would absolutely love it if you told a friend about my chats. I still think it's the best way to get these delicious stories out into the world. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day and bon appetit.